Hello, and welcome to Region Locked Lite. The PlayStation brand has always had an element of experimentation at its foundation. With popular games that rely on a player's rhythm, the Parappa the Rapper series has been considered a highlight to the PlayStation consoles for many. The team behind the series, Nana and Shah, made frequent attempts to push gaming into new directions, as was evidenced with their original PlayStation game, Vib Ribbon. Whilst Vib Ribbon was exclusively released in Japan and Europe, it later saw a digital release in the USA. However, a Japanese exclusive sequel to Vib Ribbon, which changed its experimental direction, was Vib Ripple. Released in 2004, Vib Ripple took the concepts of including your own music in games with Vib Ribbon and changed the concept to inject photographs into games instead. The player is put in control of Vibri, a vector-based rabbit featured in the game's predecessor. Each stage is made up of a photograph in the form of a trampoline on which Vibri must bounce. Through well-timed button presses that match up with the game's music, Vibri jumps varying heights. Jumping in the correct areas of the photo will release items called PETA characters. Before the time runs out, Vibri must collect a number of these PETA characters in order to win. These characters range from dogs to trees or even ice cream cones. The location of PETA characters is hinted at by the shape, color, and size of icons displayed at the side of the screen. By using these hints, the player has to try to work out the location of items. When drawing close, the controller vibrates and a drumming sound can be heard. Vibri must also avoid enemies called boonchies. Jumping into a boonchie will reduce Vibri from a rabbit to a frog, then to a worm, and eventually killing him off entirely and resulting in a game over. By collecting PETA characters, Vibri is able to evolve beyond his rabbit state, becoming Super Vibri, a form that is capable of physically hitting boonchies, which will freeze them in place. Whilst there are more characters to collect in a stage than is required to complete a level, collecting all of the characters can easily deplete the player's limited time. At the end of each stage, Vibri will present the player with new PETA characters, which are stored in an album to take a look at any time. The game contains a total of 60 photographs provided by default. Through the use of the PlayStation 2's USB ports, it's possible for the player to add their own stages to the game via a digital camera or mobile phone, which will be scaled to just 200 by 200 pixels in resolution. Photos can also be added through the console's online service. It's possible to save these photos to a memory card with 12 photos taking up roughly a single megabyte. The game's lack of localization likely comes from the game's experimental nature. Having created a number of titles which experimented with a variety of concepts for Sony in the past, it's possible that Sony didn't see wide commercial potential with the game. That's all for today, but if you'd like to see more Region Locked, check out the links on screen. If you enjoyed this dip into the Vib, hit the like button and maybe consider subscribing to the channel to see more episodes as they come out.
The dip into the Vib.